In this video, we will learn how to grow lots of tomatoes in waste bottles. Subscribe and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from urban gardening. Take a medium-sized container with some holes at the bottom for drainage. Fill the pot with the soil mix. Fill up to a couple of centimeters beneath the rim of the pot. Use a spray bottle to moisten the seed starting mix. Now place tomato seeds evenly. Keep an inch of gap between two seeds for healthy growth. Cover them very lightly with the soil mix. Press the soil mix with your hand to make good seed to soil contact. Water lightly and keep the pot in full sun. Seeds will start to germinate after 6 to 9 days. We need long seedlings for our project. Once seedlings have reached 8 to 12 inches tall, it's time to pot them on. Gently remove tomato seedlings, making sure to keep roots and soil intact. These are two 5-liter bottles. First step is to prepare your plastic bottles. Make some holes in the bottom for drainage. The bottom of the bottle will need drainage holes to help with percolation of water so that the roots always have a fresh supply. Make 3 to 4 holes at the bottom. Cut a circle 3 to 4 inches in diameter near the neck of the bottle. Be careful to cut slowly as it is very easy for your knife or scissor to slip from the thin plastic bottle. One of the most important things you can do to ensure success is to use a big plastic bottle. The bigger the better. Choose tomato seedlings with longer leggy stems and gently trim off the bottom 2 to 3 leaves. When planting a tomato seedling, remove the bottom few sets of leaves and plant it deep enough so that most of the plant is buried in the planting hole. Tomatoes can be planted a lot deeper because they can produce new roots anywhere along their stems. By planting deeper, we can create sturdier, more resilient plants that are primed to thrive. Put one seedling per bottle, and once that is done, you can add your potting soil. For the soil mix, use 60% garden soil and 40% cattle manure or vermicompost. Water well after planting. For the next 2 to 3 days, keep them in shade so that the plants can recover from any sort of transplant shock. And after that, shift them in full sun for healthy growth. Before fruiting begins, the tomato plant first produces small yellow blossoms. You can actually help your tomato plant set more fruit by showing it some tactile love. You just take the flowering branches and give them a gentle shake. By doing this, the pollen will drop from the stamen of the flower onto the pistil. Gardeners usually do it 2 to 3 times a day to ensure good pollination. Remove suckers as they appear, although relatively harmless to the plant. Suckers don't serve much of a purpose. They can, however, draw energy away from the main stems, decreasing tomato growth. Remove weeds in container as soon as you notice them, as they tend to suck essential nutrients from the soil. Pull them up carefully or loosen the roots with a fork or trowel. Hand pollination is usually practiced every 2 to 3 days to ensure pollination occurs. Upon successful pollination, the flowers will wilt and begin fruiting. Fertilize the plants with water-soluble fertilizer such as seaweed extract every 12 to 15 days once your tomatoes begin to bloom. For that, mix 10 to 15 ml seaweed extract in 1 liter water and mix it well before use. Add 200 to 300 ml per pot. Tomatoes are heavy feeders, and when they are planted in containers, they require feeding about every 2 weeks. You want to protect the roots from being exposed to direct sunlight, so you need to cover the outside. This can be done by adding a quick coat of black paint to the outside surface of the bottle. After fruit setting, fruit ripens over a period of 45 to 70 days depending upon the cultivar, climate and growth conditions. Because container can dry out quickly, achieving success growing tomatoes in containers depends on maintaining consistent moisture. Water your tomato plants anytime the soil surface dries out, probably after every 2 days for healthy growth. You know a tomato is ripe when it has turned red. Once the entire tomato has reached this color, it is ready to be harvested. Simply twist off the fruit by hand or use a scissor to harvest them. Cut the stem close to the fruit to avoid damaging the plant. Harvest ripe tomatoes and leave unripe green tomatoes on the plant. Ripe tomatoes should feel full and heavy. Underripe tomatoes are often lightweight and need more time on the plant before harvesting. Nothing tastes like a fresh tomato. Harvesting tomatoes at the right time means you get fantastic flavor. Fully ripened fruit tastes much better than the fruit picked early. Rest of the tomatoes will be ready for harvesting in next 8 to 10 days, so keep a close eye on your tomato plants as harvest time arrives. As fruit ripens, the bottom leaves of the plants may turn yellow and brown. That's normal and there is no need to worry. Tomatoes can even continue to ripen off the plant. If you live in an area with hot climate, it's better to pick tomato from the plant before it reaches its mature color. Tomatoes will continue to ripen and change color as long as they are stored in warm temperatures.